I'm dating a broke guy, and it really, really sucks because
You're gonna have to thug this one out, baby girl. The number one thing you know he's not your soulmate is you're doing all the effort. You're picking up his slack. You feel like if it's not you and you're doing everything, the whole relationship will fall. You're getting broke because you just don't believe that he will ever get money. And therefore you will have to be both partners for him. Fact is, this man doesn't put any effort because he doesn't want to. Because it's impossible for a man to be this useless, unfortunately. Leave him. Because if you don't, he will leave you when he gets more money. There is no man ever on earth that this does not happen. He does not stay. If he was with you from zero, he has no pennies, and you spent on him. This have never happened in the history of men, where the man sticked by a girl who was paying for him. So if he was questioning, is he gonna stay after he gets better and he gets money and he gets his goals, and I build him up, he most definitely will not stay. Because if he actually wanted you, if he wanted to spend his life with you, if he valued you, if he was worried that you would be unhappy, that he sees you're having issues, you're having problems, he does not want to solve them for you. Because he's waiting for you to solve his problems. Because he's only there for you to build him up. If he was there for like a co-partnership, he would be building himself up, at least, while you're building yourself too. But if you're literally his mother, he will never be with you. He will never stay with you. He's only there because you're giving him something that no woman is silly enough to do for him. You have to leave him so you could go on with your life. Because if you don't now, and you just ignore me, he will leave you at some point when you're not ready. And the thugging out will be harder. Because he will leave you from his dream girl that he wants to get a job for, that he wants to work 2-3 jobs for. Don't do it. You're not his dream girl. He doesn't want you. He doesn't like you. You're just somebody you could climb on. There's no man ever that would sit there and see the girl he likes work hard for him while he just sits there. He knows you're doing everything. It's not like he doesn't know. He knows you're doing everything for him. He knows you're the breadwinner. He knows that y'all will be homeless without him. But he will not be homeless. He will just leave you. And then he'll find another girl that would build him up until he's ready to go find the girl he wants. I know you said I'm like grown and I don't want to be alone and whatever. Don't do it. The minute you love yourself and you want to be by yourself and you love your own company, you're not scared to be alone. And you see men as they should be proving something for you. If you take men as you're judging, you're seeing, are they good enough for me? That's only when you will find the man you want, when men will be all over you and you're picking from your roster. Until you love yourself, you work on yourself, and you only look at men that can add something to your life. That's the only point where you will start being happy. You want the life that all the girls that you see on media that their men are doing things for them, then you can go ahead and drop this man. I'm trying not to talk shit, but you can drop him, okay? Work on yourself. Put so much energy on just yourself. Then you will see how everything will change for you. Men will be all over you trying to please you because now you worked on yourself. You don't see men are good enough for you to give them your time. And you'll have a roster, and from that roster, you'll pick the one that is begging to marry you and begging to buy you things and begging to spend on you and pay your bills. Because that's my experience. I've never dated a man that's not begging to spend on me and give me everything I want. Because in my head, I would never be with somebody that's not adding something to my life, and they can sense that. I'm the one who's asking questions. I'm the one who's like, is he even good enough for me? So they can sense that no matter how good they think they are, they're never good enough for me until they prove themselves to me. And when you have that energy, they will feel like you are their dream girl. Because there's nobody that you think is better than you. And that energy shows. And it's very attractive. Because you're a person who's free. You don't need somebody. Because you are just that girl. You don't need somebody not because of you are a strong, independent woman. You don't need anybody because you're a whole, full person who is like, doesn't have this gap of emptiness that you need to fill with somebody else. You're just full by yourself. So you're just very fun and very light to be around. And they just love that. Everybody, not just men. And so, when you have that energy, because you love yourself, then men that spend on you will be no problem. No problem. Because in your head, there is no other way for me to talk to a man other than he's doing something for me. And then you'll see all the men around you that are trying to do something for you. Because you'll be the dream girl. You'll be that girl they're looking for so they could feel like they're adding value to her life. Because they have this need of wanting to add a value to a woman's life that is their dream girl. So that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna thug this one out and bounce. If you were his dream girl, he wouldn't talk to you if he was broke. But it's because you're not his dream girl. I had a man that said I inspired him to go back to medical school so he could make more money because he's not good enough to date me at his stage right now. I had so many guys that told me that I inspired them in general to make more money, unsolicited. I make them want to provide for me at very early stage, which they even say they don't feel like they're good enough to be with their dream girl right now. So they want to go make more money and then hopefully one day they could date me or date somebody like me because they know their dream girl. They've seen their dream girl. They would do anything to be with their dream girl. Men that would go crazy, insane, to do everything that I would ask for. That a man would sit there and let you work for him is because you are the builder for him. The woman that he's gonna build money from and go to his dream girl. Tell her, okay, I have all this money now. Let's date. I know a guy that was telling me about his dad's brother who married a girl just to... He didn't actually... Yeah, I think they got married. Yeah, he married a woman just because she had more money. She was spending on him. And then after that, when he had money, they got divorced. And he initiated the divorce because he wanted to go marry his dream girl. After they divorced, and he was useless. He was broke. She was spending everything on him. She went broke spending on him. Then he married his dream girl where she never got a job. His current wife, which is that friend's uncle. She never got a job. She just sits home, does what she wants. He invests in her. He gives her money to invest money so she's independent. She lives off the money that she grows that she used his money from to grow her businesses, which is essentially his ex-wife's money. So for you to think that marrying a broke man would get you anywhere, no. Would only get you used and broke. Because he doesn't want you. You're just a placeholder for the woman that he wants. He wants to sit and just demand things from him. That's all he wants. He wants the feminine energy in his life that he could be useful to. If he's not that, and he's not giving her everything she wants, he does not feel fulfilled. That's what makes a man feel fulfilled, that he could give everything for the woman that he loves. And since he can't give you anything because you're the man in his life, then you're just the placeholder for until he meets the woman of his dream.